When I was 6 years old, I wanted to become a professional chef, and so one day I decided to put my skills to the test and cooked my family a homemade dinner. I began by crawling around the garden until I found a dead rat, and I boiled it in a pot of my own urine until the rat's skin fell off its body. I then crushed some dead spiders to use as garnish, and I finished the dish by wiping my poo-stained ass on the plate before serving it to my family. And that's the story of how I became an orphan. Anyways, apparently there are even worse chefs out there. The worst signature dishes in Hell's Kitchen by Hell's Kitchen.
Whoa. My signature dish is gonna help me stand out because I'm a true culinarian. I understand what Gordon's looking for.
What is it?
I call it exotic tartare because it's with venison and diver scallops, with caviar and white chocolate and...
Oh, stop.
Bro, first of all, I think mistake number one is calling your signature dish exotic tartare. That is not a great name for a tartare. Because if you don't know, tartare is basically like raw meat. And if you're calling it exotic tartare, my first thought was that it was gonna be dog tartare. Like, it's just raw dog meat. Me personally, like, okay, like maybe I wouldn't mind that, but like, yeah, a lot of people would probably have an issue with that. But it's actually not that bad in reality. It's venison and scallop. So yeah, scallop, you can eat that raw. Venison, you can eat that raw. But then he puts white chocolate on the scallop. That is definitely a flavor. And what is this presentation as well? We have some dog piss in the middle of the plate, and we have some like random watercress just like hanging out the side as if it's grass. Was this the grass that the venison ate before it died?
Diver scallops, chopped up, caviar, and white chocolate. Do you smoke?
Cigarettes?
No.
That is insane. That is probably, actually, you know what? That's a polite way of asking if he is, you know, high on the DRUGS right now. I mean, no offense, but he sort of looks like it, and based on his dish, he actually could be.
Raw venison, raw quail egg, lime zest, olive oil, scallops, caviar, and grated white chocolate. Capers as well.
Oh my god. Bro, Gordon Ramsay gave that dish the Hawk Tour. Is that even a rating? You have a 10 out of 10, a 0 out of 10, and then you have the Hawk Tour. He just gave that bucket the Hawk Tour. He spat on that thing. He absolutely spat on that thing. Because he added capers as well. So if you guys don't know what capers is, it's basically sort of like, it's similar to like a pickle. If you don't know, like if you have no idea what a caper tastes like, I'm just gonna say it's similar to a pickle. So we have white chocolate, pickles, raw scallops, and what else do we have in there? Like lime juice, everything. Honestly, the raw scallops alone, without like anything else, even without the caviar, without everything else, even like, well, of course, without the white chocolate, the raw scallops would have been actually fine by itself. But this guy's just doing too much. He's trying to add more flavor, bro. Like, you do not need any more flavor than that.
That must be one of the worst combinations I've ever tasted in 21 years of cooking. Piss off, will you?
I really don't understand what Chef Ramsay didn't like about the dish. I'm a little boggled on that.
Bro, are you sure you're not smoking? Like, this guy does not smoke at all? You're telling me he does not smoke? How can you possibly be boggled that the flavor combination of scallops and white chocolate would make someone puke? Honestly, I feel like you're lucky that he didn't assault you. You're lucky that you didn't, you know, end up getting physically assaulted on this show. Because if that was me, if I had to taste that dish in GTA, I might touch you with this knife.
Who's cooked the diapers?
No diapers, sir. That's smoked chicken enchiladas with poblano cream sauce. My name is Colleen.
Kareem.
Colleen.
Kareem.
Colleen.
What do you do for a living?
I am a culinary instructor. I own a recreational cooking school.
And were you a trained chef before you set up the school?
No, I am not a trained chef.
Wait, but then why the frick do you have a culinary school if you're not even a trained chef? That's just like a blind person teaching you how to drive. Like to be fair, my driving instructor was pretty decent, but I imagine there's at least a couple of driving instructors out there who are like literally blind.
So you're not a trained chef, yet you teach chefs to cook.
That's correct.
How much do you charge?
$300 per 3 to 4 hours.
Whoa, 300 for 3 hours. So that's $100 per hour. How dare you charge that much and you're not even a trained chef? I'm pretty sure you're a scammer. You're literally rinsing them. How is that even legal? You're actually a con artist. This is like one of those YouTube gurus on Twitter that teach you how to make YouTube channels, but like they've never actually made a YouTube channel before.
Right. What's the size of it?
I feed big Nebraska boys. Would you like me to get you a bite?
No, I'll bite it myself.
Okay?
You seriously charge $300 to teach people how to make that crap?
Yes, chef.
I feel like I need some plastic wrap on my ass.
It was extremely difficult to stand there and to keep my mouth shut.
Then why didn't you say something? If you were really that confident in your food, you should have said something. Or maybe you should have just cooked something better. So you're telling me you're a pro chef without a chef license somehow, and this is your signature dish. This looks like a bacon and egg breakfast wrap that you get at McDonald's.
I teach manners too, chef.
Say that again. Okay, please, Miss Manners, off back in line.
Honestly, I'd say the same thing too, bro. Shut the frick up. Actually, shut the frick up. Because it's a little bit concerning that you teach manners better than you teach cooking. You're meant to be a pro chef here who charges $100 per hour. Maybe transfer your skills in teaching manners to your skills in, cooking, and then maybe Gordon wouldn't say this to you next time.
What is it?
It is a chicken fried ribeye with Yukon Gold Mash and white truffle cream gravy. I actually have a little sugar in there.
Stop, say that again.
I have sugar in there. That's what my mother always did.
I do not know who in their right mind would put sugar in mashed potatoes.
Just try it. Chef Ramsay is gonna love it because it's freaking delicious. It's like an orgasm in your mouth. Come on. Oh.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it kind of was an organism in his mouth because he did give it that hawk tour. But I mean, in theory, it shouldn't really taste that bad because sugar in mashed potatoes, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, they put sugar into everything. I'm pretty sure they put sugar into my fish and chips at the fish and chip store. And it actually tastes decent. It honestly tastes decent.
What the is that on a plate?
Call this the punch drunk chicken. I got the southern flavor. I put a lot of flavor in the food, raw but real. So if Chef Ramsay complains about it, well, he's full of shit, ma'am.
Hold on, it gets worse. The pineapple looks like canned.
Yes.
You open a can of pineapple and you stick it on top of a chicken.
Limited time today.
Limited time. 45 minutes. Limited time.
Bro, he had 45 minutes to cut open a pineapple and he still could not be bothered to cut open a pineapple? Because what is even on this dish? Bro, he had 45 minutes to make this stupid dish. So the only thing that needs cooking is, bro, the chicken. It's just a single chicken breast. You could either chuck that in the oven for like, I don't know, like 30 minutes, or you could pan fry that for, I don't know, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and you would still have half an hour left. What are you doing with your time? What is this time management? You have half an hour to peel all these fruits, and yet you still use canned pineapples. And what is this lettuce? The lettuce is all wilted and everything. It sort of looks like it expired last year somehow. And are these strawberries as well, or are these tomatoes? Please don't tell me these are strawberries.
You're so full of shit. Even your eyes are brown. While you come in here and serve me a canned pineapple. You can now. Serious. I'll pay for the ticket. You tell me.
No, sir.
It's an absolute freaking mess. But the surprising fact was you opened it out of a can. That's what pissed me off more than anything. I'm not even going to taste it. Ladies, congratulations.
Wait, he's not even going to taste it? That is insane. I mean, okay, to be fair, like, looking at it, you don't really need to taste it. And, okay, I think it actually is strawberries. This is a fruit salad with a 1-year-old expired lettuce and a single grilled chicken breast. And I guarantee that chicken breast is overcooked and as dry as your mother's pussy.
It's called Moe's pasta.
Who needs a perfect score of 5 to win for the women?
Tell me about the marinara sauce. I want to know how you made it.
It's just from a jar.
So you didn't even make the marinara sauce?
No.
Bro, where the frick do you think you are right now? You're in Hell's Kitchen. It's a cooking show. Why would you use a jar sauce to make this marinara? Isn't the whole point of a cooking show to make the actual food and to make it better than the canned and jar stuff? And it looks like she spilled some of the marinara sauce onto her head. What is that hair dye? That's just a single droplet of hair dye?
I don't think there's anything wrong with canned sauce. Unless you're from Italy and you're like born as an Italian, you're not gonna be making your sauce from scratch all the time. No, if you wanted it, you should have just told me. I would have did it. You
I've got to tell you what I want.
Yes. Who the f uses jarred tomato sauce? For Chef Ramsay, who does that?
Moe's pasta, 1 out of 5.
Okay, got it.
I was in the cookie aisle and I was looking at cookies.
What in the f is that?
That is ginger crusted chicken. I was in the cookie aisle. I was trying to get ideas, and I have ginger cookies.
Ginger cookie crusted
cookie.
chicken breast.
Yeah. That's what's in there.
Bro, of course she was in the cookie aisle. Of course she was in the cookie aisle. No offense, of course, no offense. But maybe stay out of the cookie aisle. Not because, not only because of, this dish is pretty bad. But also, if you stay out of the cookie aisle, it will probably help you to lose some weight. No offense. This is ginger cookie crusted chicken. Who thinks of this? What did they put in your cookie? Did they put the DRUGS in your cookie? Maybe that's how she actually thought of this dish.
I'm glad you were inspired in the cookery aisle, not the pet food aisle.
Oh, really? Oh, no. Oh, my God, really? Oh.
I mean, that is hideous.
Sorry.
1 out of 5.
I'm not really used to people spitting out my food, so it was very embarrassing.
Yeah, you're not used to people spitting out your food because you are the one that's usually eating the food. Everyone else cooks for you. You've never cooked in your entire life. You're the one that eats up all the food. Everyone cooks for you. You eat all of it before anyone else can get a single bite.
Right. Grilled banana.
That's mine, chef.
I'm a redneck. I like to hunt a lot, like duck or gators or whatever. It's fun because then I get to bring that home and cook it.
And the name of the dish is what?
Mahi gone bananas, chef.
It looks like you've gone slightly bananas.
That's a cracker. That's a cracker, Chef Gordon.
It's hideous. Back in line.
Ramsey's definitely just looking for a rise out of me, which he's going to eventually get.
So the idea came from where?
I just pulled it out of my ass, sir.
Put it back in there because it sucks.
Bro, you're telling me this guy pulled a banana straight out of his ass? Why was he storing a banana up there in the first place? Who thinks of this on a whim? Grilled bananas? Shouldn't you be using plantain instead of bananas? And why is there some suspicious white sauce all over there? Do not tell me what this actually is. I don't even want to know. It's either mayonnaise or his own homemade special sauce, if you know what I'm saying.
Tortellini, what's inside the filling?
It's just a cheese. It's a packaged tortellini, fresh tortellini.
Packaged?
Packaged fresh tortellini.
That's how it's sold, chef.
Please tell me you use fresh tomatoes.
They were canned tomatoes.
Oh, he's not even going to taste it.
Come on, that was a joke.
His whole meal came out of a box. Who does that? You're cooking for Chef Ramsey.
Congratulations, that was delicious. Well done, ladies.
Bro, he's not even gonna give it a shot. It actually could have been decent. Like, okay, to be fair, I've cooked stuff in the past using packeted stuff, and it's not that bad. Like, of course, cooking it from scratch is better, but it's not that bad. But meanwhile, bro, this girl is a baddie. She is actually a baddie.
What I have here is a grilled hickory rub watermelon.
Seriously? You had 45 minutes to make me anything, and you grill me a slice of melon?
Yes, sir.
Bro, she had 45 minutes. 45 minutes to make anything. And she went straight to the watermelon, cut a chunk out, and chucked it on the barbecue. Is that really all you could think of? Couldn't you have just got a steak? Like, I don't think you're limited on ingredients. Like, there's every single ingredient in Hell's Kitchen. 45 minutes for this tiny piece of watermelon. Bro, I could have speed ran this in 45 seconds.
The rub certainly doesn't work. I'm disappointed. It's underwhelming. 1.
I mean, I'm surprised he even gave her a score. If this was me, I would have thrown it in the bin without even tasting it. Hickory rub on watermelon. Like, watermelon doesn't even need spice. It's just watermelon.
What in the Happy Halloween?
People ask me what my specialty is, but I don't have a specialty. I can cook anything.
What is that?
There's a Cornish hen inside there.
A Cornish hen? What did you do to it to get it in there?
It got in there. I got it in there.
Holy sh**. These are potatoes?
Yes, sir.
And how much grease and fat and oil did you fry in?
There's some butter in there.
Some butter in there, bro. That looks drenched. I thought this was noodles. I thought these were actually noodles with sauce. That's how wet it was. So you're telling me these are actually potatoes? I thought it was like onions or something, like dripping in onion sauce. But all that sauce is just butter.
Some butter in that?
Oh my god, that's some butter.
We'll stop there, yeah?
Okay.
That goes in there, yeah?
Right.
And let's see what we've got for trick or treat, shall we?
Okay.
Oh my god. How did you get in there and eat it? I mean, am I missing a trick?
It's plated table side.
Bro.
How it's presented like that.
Perfect. Right, take your time.
Okay.
Oh my god. That's enough there, yeah?
That's enough, okay.
I don't think I'll get through all that, do you?
Okay, no.
So what's the dish called?
Hen in a pumpkin.
Damn, what an absolute creative name. It's a hen literally in a pumpkin, and the dish is called hen in a pumpkin. Okay, that's not really that funny. Hen in a pumpkin. What a waste of an entire pumpkin. You have to buy a whole pumpkin every time you want to cook this dish. But I mean, the concept isn't really that bad. Like, it could have some decent flavor. Like, the flavor from the pumpkin could go into here. It actually has potential. It has potential.
Right now, looking at that mess, I'd like to stick your head in there. You know that. It's dry.
Yeah, well,
and the pumpkin's not even seasoned inside, it's just bland. You had more chance sticking a candle in there, making me happy. For Halloween, you were sticking a hen in there. Fuck off.
Chef Ramsay said he was looking for something memorable. And I believe that my dish was memorable.
But the only problem is that it was memorable in a bad way. I don't think he wanted it to be memorable in a bad way. I think he was looking for something to be memorable in a good way. So you're telling me he didn't even bother to spice the pumpkin, add any flavor or anything? He's overcooked the chicken so much that it's dry, and the pumpkin is just bland. Okay, great. What a brilliant dish. The potatoes at the start had more juice than the actual, like, chicken. You should have put that butter into the chicken instead of into the potatoes.
Oh my!